my channel. If you're new here, my name is Quadisha. I am the owner of Naked Body and Skincare. And if you've already been watching my channel, hey girl, welcome back. So today I'm going to be telling y'all how to file your taxes. Well, not how to file your taxes, but what to claim on your taxes as a tax deduction. A lot of people do not know that you can claim certain things. So I'm here to tell you, like myself, I didn't know that I can claim the certain things that I know that I'm going to start to claim now. So I just wanted to put y'all on the game so that you can get as much tax deductions as you can as possible, because we trying to save money, okay? Not spend unnecessary money and like basically spending unnecessary money that we need to be giving out, okay? So let's get into it. So first of all, I wrote some tips down. So first things first, self-employment. Your self-employment can be claimed as a business expense. So basically you're working for yourself, and of course you're paying yourself. So make sure you're always paying yourself, and you can use that as a tax deduction. That's number one. Number two, driving and traveling. And when I say driving, I mean like going to the post office or going to do your daily duties that, you know, has something to do with your brand or your business. You can use that as a mileage expense and writing it down on how much, you know, mileage you're using. I know IRS gives you 56 cents per mile, so that is a tax deduction, sis. Okay, make sure you are getting all of your money back that you're spending. Gas, all of that is a business expense. Traveling, going across the country or going to another state for your business is a travel expense. Make sure you are keeping all of your receipts so that you can, whoever is doing your taxes can use that as a tax deduction. It's super important, y'all, okay? We are trying to save as much money as we can as possible. Number three, office supplies, office space. Your office space, whether you're renting or you're owning. Honestly, I just found this out. I thought that you can't claim an office space if you don't own your home, but it comes out to, like, I found out you can now. So you can definitely use whatever workspace that you're using in your house, whether you're renting or you're owning. You can definitely use that as a tax deduction because you are using your space. So that counts. Using your office space or office supplies, that counts. Office supplies meaning your laptop, your camera, whatever it is that you use to take your business to the next level is a tax deduction. So make sure you are also counting that in. Next thing is health insurance. So basically, when you're self-employed, you of course have to have health insurance. You don't have health insurance through your job, so you have to pay for it now out of pocket. So that is also a tax deduction. Health insurance, whether it's vision, dental, whatever, that is a tax deduction. So make sure you are using that, and make sure you are getting all the necessary paperwork from your insurance company so that you can go ahead and file it. I think it's like a 1099 form or something like that to I think it is a 1099 form to go ahead and send that over to your tax advisor so that he can go ahead and put that as a tax deduction. 4, internet and phone bill. You are at home, y'all, so you of course need to use the internet, the Wi-Fi. You have to use that to get your work done. So that is a business expense. Your phone bill is a business expense. If you have a separate phone that you use strictly for work, that is a business expense. Honestly, I only have one phone. I don't need 2 right now. And I'm going to be counting that as a business expense because I use certain apps on my phone that I need to do my editing or whatever or business-wise, whatever I'm using it is, I have to download and I have to pay for those apps. So that is a tax deduction. Whatever it is that you're spending on your business is a tax deduction. So make sure you are, like I said, make sure you are keeping as much receipts as possible, whoever you're spending money with. I honestly like to go through 1-800 accounting because I can't keep track of everything, and they have a system where it's a bookkeeping system, and it's easier for me because it basically does everything for me. So the system that they have is like a bookkeeping expense, a bookkeeping software that they have. They have a bookkeeping software that they use so that I don't have to worry about typing anything in or saving receipts. So when I use my business card, it automatically goes into their system. So if I'm paying, it's payable and receivable. Payable is basically if I have to pay a bill or something monthly, you know, for the business to continue, or if I'm receiving money. I don't have to do none of that. It all tracks it. It tracks my every transaction, which is extremely helpful. And it's less paperwork. You don't have to deal with none of that. All you have to do is basically organize what was payable, what was receivable, and that's it. They do all the work for you. So I like to go through 1-800 accounting because a lot of tax advisors, they say that they know what they're doing, but honestly they don't. When it comes to a business, they're used to just doing like even if you have these tax advisors out there that does business expenses. Some of them are good, but the people who just strictly does like personal, and they be like, oh, I can do a business too. But no, if you don't specialize in business, then you don't need to be doing business, because business taxes is different from personal taxes. There's certain business taxes that, and tax season changes every year. So you want to make sure that you are getting you're benefiting as much as possible when it comes to filing taxes on your business, because you have to understand you are making money consistently. So when you're making money, the IRS wants you to pay that back. So you want to make sure that you're getting as much deductions as possible. And sometimes, like I said, I was dealing with another tax advisor and he didn't tell me these things. So you really have to understand who you're working with and who you're going through to make sure that you are getting as much benefits as possible when it comes to filing your taxes. So next one is retirement. So if you have a retirement plan and you're taking money out of your business and putting it into a retirement fund every month, that is a tax deduction. Okay, so like I said, every expense, y'all, that you are using to benefit you or your business, make sure you are using that as a tax deduction. Okay, it's extremely, extremely important, because you want to make sure you are getting the best out of not having to pay. Like, you don't want to pay all these taxes. Another thing too, these third-party apps, y'all, I think it's like Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. They have something where if you're receiving, for the new year of 2022, they have something to where if you're receiving over $600, you have to report that to the IRS. So make sure you're also reporting that, because if you don't, they're going to do it anyway. In a 1099-K form, I think it's called, they're going to be reporting that to the IRS too. So you want to make sure that you are also keeping those receipts as well, because you don't want them to come back and knock on your door and say, hey, you didn't claim this, you didn't say you was getting money from PayPal, we want, we want our money. So make sure that you are also keeping those forms as well, so that when your tax advisor is doing all of that, he can also count those third-party apps that y'all are using. So yes, y'all, it's crazy. The PayPal, of course, but the Cash App, the Venmo is, yeah, they getting up there too. So because a lot of people do use it for their business. When people don't have the card, or they just be like, oh, you can Cash App me. So that is getting tracked now for business people. So make sure y'all are on that. Make sure you are not reporting the same income, because IRS is basically gonna be a higher tax bill for you. So make sure you are not doing that. Make sure you are not double reporting your income with the IRS. And that's another reason why I like going through 1-800 accountant, because they are a little pricey, but they make sure you stay on top of your game. Like, their bookkeeping system is A1. Like, you don't have to worry about nothing, y'all. It's definitely worth the price. It's $30 a month for the software, the bookkeeping software. If you just want to use that, you don't have to book their services. But if you want to just use them for their bookkeeping software, I honestly would recommend it, because it's so much less of a hassle. It's so much less of a headache. Like I said, they make sure you get your stuff in order so that you don't have to do anything. But anyway, I hope that y'all gained some tips from this, because tax season is here. I don't know if you filed, or if you didn't file yet. Good thing you didn't, because now you can go ahead and use my tips and make sure that you are getting the best of the best. And if you already filed, we already know for next year that what you can do. And next year is gonna be some new changes probably. So I'm definitely gonna be putting y'all on with everything that I know and everything that I've learned. So I just want to make sure that y'all gain some tips, and making sure that y'all go ahead and file y'all taxes the right way, so that we don't have to go ahead and pay out more than what we need to. Okay, we trying to grow a business, not spend all this money to the IRS. Okay, we deserve what we deserve. We don't need to be spending no extra money. Like, what's mine is mine. Okay, I work hard. I do all of this by myself. I don't need to be giving the IRS more money than what I need to. Period, sis. All right, love y'all. Bye.